Your son seems to be interested in only one thing.
All drivers to your cars, please.
All he talks about,
The final countdown has begun.
all he seems capable of thinking about, is automobile racing.
When you were a little boy in school, what were you daydreaming about?
Well, you know, I think like all of us when we were young, I mean, I went through many, many different things that I wanted to be when I grew up. I know that being a race car driver was one of those pretty early on. I was pretty committed to that. I've always loved cars. I've always loved the idea of driving really fast. And you know, I grew up in Wyoming where the roads are wide open and the speed limits are not very enforced. There's not a lot of traffic, so it's always been something that gives me a sense of freedom. And so yeah, that was definitely one of them. And without a doubt, it was part of the attraction of this whole thing, was dealing in a world in which cars and racing is sort of the single form of sport and an expression of freedom and talent. And yeah,
This is a different kind of acting too, because it's almost not like being in a cartoon, but it's a different world when you're doing this. And plus, you didn't have any idea what this was going to look like, because I don't think anyone could have imagined what this film was going to look like.
Larry and Andy, I mean, the Wachowskis, you know, but they did a really great job actually of providing us with a lot of material while we were shooting. Mm-hmm. You know, people think that it was just green screen, which it mainly was, and that we didn't really have any idea. They were amazing about giving us a lot of artist renderings. Literally, like when you were on set in a certain scene, if they didn't already have digital imagery built into the computers that they could show you, they would bring you out artist renderings and sort of give you an idea of what that world that you were standing in and operating in was going to look like. They provided an awful lot of that. But you're right in also saying that ultimately there was no way. I mean, I saw the movie last night and was just absolutely blown away by what it looks like. And even with all of the materials that they sort of gave
It reminded me, if you can remember, you going to see Star Wars for the first time, going into a world that we had never quite seen anything like that before at the movies. And this is that groundbreaking.
I would agree 100%. I think that's a very good analogy as well. I think that
We're definitely in new territory here with visuals.
I think it's a game changer. I'm so happy. I walked out there with the biggest smile on my face last night and woke up this morning feeling the same way. I mean, I'm so proud to be a part of it. It's been an amazing experience from day one for me, all the way through the entire process. Everybody that I'm working with on it, just aces.
I think it would be a great, I have girls all in my family, so I don't know about them, but a father-son experience would be memorable for a Saturday morning at the movies with this.
Well, you know, I have an 11-year-old girl and a daughter and a 6-year-old boy, and they're both, you know, the boy is just losing his mind waiting for this movie, and he's already got all the Mattel tie-in toys, and he's just really excited. And every time there's a new trailer, he wants to see it, and he's already pointing out like that. I know that part already. That's a new piece. I mean, their ability.
But isn't this the reason why you got into this stupid business anyway? Was to get excited about something, whether it was this or something else. And this is kind of cool. We don't get this experience very often.
No, this is tapping into the exact reason why you should be doing this kind of thing, make believe and tying into being a kid, and it was just so much fun.